So continuing the series of videos, sharing some of the injuries and issues I've had with my training and offering some of the things I've learned as far as like either repairing, recovering, and strengthening those issues so that I can continue to train and maybe even be stronger going forward. So in this one, I want to talk about my shoulder and my rotator cuff. I had mentioned that in a previous video. This was an issue that I have been dealing with for, it was close to 2 years at this point. I remember when it happened, I started to feel a lot of like issues and soreness, some pain, some strain, but nothing so severe that I needed to really be concerned. You know, I would just use a massage gun and use a lacrosse ball and loosen up the tight muscles and I'd be good to go. But I was ramping up my jiu-jitsu classes. I was getting booked back to back with Muay Thai clients. And so I was kind of going. My classes were full, my client list was full. So through a lot of like gripping, I remember specifically one day teaching guillotines and different grips, and then just going through a series of those types of chokes. And I remember feeling the strain that day, and it was pretty severe. I thought it was just another thing where I could kind of like work through some mobility drills with lacrosse balls and massage guns, even a TENS machine, and kind of heal it, but it wasn't healing. And then just through repeated pad work with clients and students and with my own training, it started to feel worse and worse. And all the things I did before to kind of like nurse it back when it was just sore weren't working. And I started to feel actual pain, not just soreness or tenderness, to where certain movements would give me serious pain. And then I started to lose mobility to where I couldn't do certain movements. The issues were just mounting. So I started doing a lot of rehab exercises in an effort to at least kind of like get it to recover. And of course, I just couldn't get the strength that I wanted back into that shoulder. Started seeing specialists, started going in and getting some scraping done. I did a lot of sessions of cupping, and I would always feel some relief from that, but it was temporary. You know, massages, TENS machine always seemed to help, but again, temporary. All these exercises I were doing that were supposed to help me kind of strengthen it back up, they were helping. I'd feel good for a bit. Never ever did I feel full strength, but I felt better. So of course I took that as it's working, but it wasn't getting me the result I wanted. I wanted the pain gone completely. So of course I'm looking up different exercises, and then I finally came across this one exercise. And my mind is open at this point. It had been for over 1.5 years of me trying all these different means and getting varied results, but never quite getting the full result that I wanted. So I come across this video. And I don't remember the video and the channel, and I apologize. I will make sure that I give them credit in the description below. But it was another exercise done with these dumbbells. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't hurt to try it. I've tried everything else. And when I first tried the exercises, it was really painful for me to do. Some weird sensations. I felt like some nerves were being affected, like it almost like my fingers, I was going numb down to my fingers, but and there was popping and a lot of odd stuff going on, but it wasn't unbearable, so I kept doing it. I did it every day the first week, and I had instant results, instant. The strength and recovery that I had been seeking for over 1.5 years, I got through this specific exercise. All the other rehab exercises I was doing did not give me these results. So I stopped doing those and only do this. Now I do it 3 times a week. I don't need to do it every day. And my shoulder feels better than it has felt in over 2 years. It feels stronger. I don't have those little moments where I'm scared. I can feel like it's about to get injured again. My mobility is fully there, unlike it has been for the last 2 years. So with that said, let's just go over the exercise real fast. Okay, so you have your dumbbell. You want to slide your hand all the way to the edge. Okay, so you don't want to be in the middle like you normally grab a dumbbell. You want to be to the edge. So it kind of, when you pick it up, it kind of hangs down here. Okay, when we start, we're going to rotate our palm outward, knuckles inward, right? And then it's like you're zipping up a jacket straight up the center, and then you're going to bring it around your head and down. And then down here, you just want to let it stretch out your bicep a little bit. So I kind of do slight rotations here. It feels really good, okay? When I first started, the pain that I felt when I was doing these was right about here obviously that's a weird position to have your shoulder in, okay? And then coming down, I start to feel like this weird like nerve thing going on here. But now that's gone, okay? So the way I do it is here I do 5 rotations around the outside, okay? So again, zip up your jacket, around the head, nice and controlled. Okay, I started with 5s, moved up to 10s, and now I work with 15s, okay? So I do 5 rotations to the outside of my head, and then, again, pulling up the center line of my body, around the inside of my head, nice and controlled, down, good stretch at the bottom, okay? Again, up through the center line, around the inside of my head, rotate, down, stretch at the bottom. Let's do one more, up, inside, rotation, and down. Guys, listen, almost 2 years of this, and I was content with continuing to do the rehab exercises I was already doing because, again, I kind of accepted this is just what my shoulder is going to be like for the rest of my life, barring any other issues. But now, gaining pretty much my full strength back in this shoulder, I am ecstatic because, like I say in all my videos, guys, I plan to do this forever. So I take my recovery as serious as I take my training. That's the only way I can keep my body as close to 100% as possible to continue to do the things that I love. So I want to share these tips with you. Again, if you are dealing with some serious medical stuff or like a real injury, like a severe injury, you need to go see a medical professional. I am not a medical professional. This is my disclaimer. I'm just sharing things that I have found that have worked for me. So if you want to give this a try, feel free, and I hope it helps. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to like and subscribe, give us some love, and I'll see you in the next video.